you've learned it for like 2 years now.
Almost one year.
What?
But yeah, I think
Yeah.
the English learning is most beautiful experience I had in Guinea.
Yeah.
Equatorial Guinea is located in West Central Africa.
Mm.
It's very small country with 1.6 million people now, I guess.
What?
Yeah, it's in
Mhm.
France.
How
Yeah.
many languages can you speak now?
Now
So your
I
mom
class.
wanted you to quit high school
Yeah,
and go work.
yeah, my mom want me to start working because like I don't know if I mentioned that we was going through for a different.
Doubts about China then.
Okay, China is fine.
Hmm.
So this is why I choose to study in Chinese. But I didn't know Chinese, nothing. I
Hmm.
didn't know nothing in Chinese. So, but the scholarship it was explaining that they cover first year in
Hmm.
studying Chinese, but you have to pass the HSK exam. Because when you don't pass the HSK exam, you will lose the scholarship because
So
you
you
are,
have to learn the characters.
yes, because to be in university, you.
Hello, colleagues. Welcome back to Career and Corporate Hub. Ngadzin and Ifikodanisha Shachayo. Welcome back to yet another episode of season 3. And if it's the first time joining into or tuning in to the season, we are interviewing people who are coming from different parts of the world, making an impact outside of their home country. And today I am joined by Christina. Christina, how are you?
Hi, thank you for inviting me here today.
I'm sure it must be a challenge for you to be here because you recently learned English.
Yes, yes, but nothing is impossible, and
Yeah,
yeah, I'm very, very happy to be here, and let's
yes.
see how's my English going.
You're looking beautiful.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you.
I like your hair and your dress. It's really, really good.
Thank you. Thank you. So, every single time we talk, you always say, my English is not so good. So please, but it's quite good actually. And I'm sure I think you've learned it for like 2 years now.
Almost one year.
What?
But yeah, I think
Yeah.
the English learning is most beautiful experience I had in according to the language because
Yeah.
I speak Chinese, but
Yes.
English is more how to say I enjoyed more to learn because
Okay.
yeah, I feel
Okay.
English is really, really good.
I
So
mean, compared to Chinese, English does not have a lot of tones.
no, thanks.
So,
English not have so many terms,
yeah.
and yeah, it's similar like Spanish in the writing and
Um,
reading.
yeah.
So yeah,
I should have actually greeted you as Hola, Christina.
yeah.
Yeah, so Christina comes from Equatorial Guinea. And, first time I met her, I asked her, where are you from? And she said, from Equatorial Guinea. And I looked at her, I didn't want to, like, for her to say on my face that I don't know where it is
Yeah.
because my geography is very, very bad. And it was really nice meeting you. And I was quite inspired by you, moving from Equatorial Guinea, which is part of Africa, by the way, coming to China to study, which we will touch on it just a little bit later. But I would like us to start from, your life in Equatorial Guinea and also to educate us, like where is Equatorial Guinea? How is it like? So let's start today. But to those who don't know you, who is Christina?
So Christina is a girl, like you say, from Equatorial Guinea who are interested in politics and business,
Yeah.
and also who believe in hard and strategic working.
Mm-hmm.
And another side, I'm also a student here in China. I
Yes.
make my bachelor in international relationship, and now I'm going through to my master study in international politics.
That is great. So we're gonna touch on like the studies that you're doing in China just a little bit later. But now I want us to just start more on how you grew up,
Mhm.
in Equatorial Guinea. Like, how is Equatorial Guinea like? For somebody like me who's coming from South Africa who did not even know, Equatorial Guinea. Like, how would you explain to me how it is?
Okay, let's start first. Where is Equatorial Guinea?
Yeah.
Equatorial Guinea is located in West Central Africa.
Mm.
It's a very small country with 1.6 million people now, I guess.
What?
Yeah, it's so small.
1.6?
Yeah, 1.6 million.
No
It's
way.
Beijing is have more population than my
Than that,
country.
yes, because I think Beijing is like 16
I
million.
think so, 16 or
Yes.
it's too much, too many people. Yeah, but and
Yeah.
yeah. So our mother language, we have a different mother language. We have like 6 different tribes.
6.
Yes.
Okay.
What is Fang, Bubi, Combe, Bisio, and other ones. And but we speak Spanish as official language.
Okay, it's like South Africa where we've got like a lot of other languages, but we speak then English like as like official language.
Yes.
Okay, okay, and I think um, from what I saw, Equatorial Guinea is the only country in Africa that speaks Spanish.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Equatorial Guinea is the only. This has come from the long history because Spain it was changing, it's changing one of the country in South America with one of the country in Africa because Spain didn't have colonial in Africa. So that they gave Spain our country and
So
from
they
that,
colonized
yeah.
Equatorial Guinea.
Yes, we have so many influence from different colonized, by the way, because we have like England, even French influence. But yeah, but our basic or our principal colonials in the last years or of colonialization, it was Spain.
She's in politics, by the way. That's why she's touching all those topics. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. And so, what is Equatorial Guinea known for?
What is
Like,
my
as in, like, what is, for an example, in South Africa, it's like mining, um, animals like the big five, and then Equatorial Guinea, like for somebody who doesn't know, if I want to come, like what would I be coming for? Yeah.
So we have a beautiful beach. We have a beautiful
Because it's by
forest.
it's in an
Yes,
island,
yes,
or
yeah. Our capital is in the island. I growing up in the capital,
Malibu.
Malabo.
Okay.
So it's in the island. There we find a beautiful beach. Beautiful. We have a lake. What is so beautiful, and really you have to go and visit that. And we also have the mainland, what you can find a lot of different how to say village. What because every village have something special, and also we have like a very diversity and the gastronomic. So and also like our own culture because we have different tribe and all the tribe is completely different. And yeah, it's something what is so amazing and also so diversity.
What do you mean, like completely different?
Because when we compare, like example, the most big tribe is the Fang. What I'm come from, what is my dad and my mom, is completely different than like the other tribe. What is the second bigger one? What is Bubi? Because the Bubi is come from the island, from the capital, but the Fang is come somehow from the mainland. So the way how we think or how we do the thing, how we do the things is also different. Even our culture, the song, the food, so it's completely different. But in the end, we complex. How to say we complex
like you complement each other.
Yeah, complement each other. What is so amazing.
That's good. And so how was your upbringing? Like, did you grow up in a village or in a city? How was it like growing up for you?
So I growing up in the city with my mom and my dad. I growing up in Malabo and different location because of the work of my dad. We have to change somehow the different place. But yeah, I growing up in Malabo. I study all and I live all my life in Malabo.
Okay. And if somebody from Malabo watching, which primary and high school did you go to?
So primary and high school, I go also different because of the changing what we have. My parents also changed me different school. What is impact my how to say impact me and the way how I am.
Like social status or social show, like the way
No,
you show up socially, or what?
yeah, in the way how I make the things and the way how I do the things,
Mm-hmm.
because to change the school and push me to how to say no people again, or
Yeah,
make a
yeah, yeah,
presentation, no different people, leave your friend back and make a
yeah.
new friend. This is impact me and different life. First I can say it's make me fear to be or connect, make. Okay, this is make me a little bit difficult to get or going through community or make
Really?
friends with the people. Yeah,
Why do you feel like they will? I mean, I'm just like thinking of kids. You know, as kids, you're coming to a new school. I've never experienced it. You're coming to a new school, and then you sort of like there's like cliques already, and then
yes,
you're an outsider,
yes,
and now you are scared to like go and greet because you feel
yeah.
like, what
Start.
if they don't accept me?
Yeah,
So is it like that
it's just
now?
like that. Yeah, it's so
Really?
difficult, and
Yeah.
it's not the good things what the kid is have to
Yeah.
experience. So I experienced that, and yeah, this is impact me
How
a
you
lot.
show up now.
Yeah.
So now are you like, I mean, in university, like, are you scared of just going into, or, or it made you maybe to become an introvert?
Yeah, it's make me, of course, introvert. This is the second. It's make me
Yeah.
introvert because I realized then changing so much school is make me tired to know new people, because I
Yeah.
didn't want to know more people. I didn't want to
Mm.
start and make a friend. I didn't want to not be a part of the group and leave my friend and go
Mm.
in new group, new people, what new, like everything new, and start again to make a friends. Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, and yeah,
So which schools now did you go to? Let's
I
count.
mean, if I remember, I make my kindergarten in
Mm-hmm.
Mama Selina.
Mm-hmm.
It's the name of the school, and then from that I changed. I think 2 or 3 times more. I
Okay.
don't remember so much, but I remember the other one. But I was going in. The name is Epir.
Uh-huh.
This I like it. I like Epir so much. I was there like 5, from the grade 2 to grade 6.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
was the longer school what I had.
I mean, two to grade six.
Yes,
That's like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many
yes,
years? Like few years,
like a
not
few
even.
years. But for me, it
Yeah.
was a lot. It was like, yeah,
Yeah.
I like it. I make friends,
Mm-hmm.
and then I changed. I have to change because it was I have to change the school because that school was ending in the grade 6.
Ah, okay. Okay.
So, and after that, I go into the other school to make
Mm-hmm.
my how
Your
to
high
say,
school?
my high school.
Mm-hmm.
But in my high school, my family was going through a very difficult situation,
Mm.
because of my dad. My daddy was going very sick, and we
Mm.
have to change a lot of things. I didn't say, but before I was going in the how to say,
Primary?
no, and let me think, like private school is
Yes,
private
yes.
school, but
Private. Ah, you were going to a private school, so
yeah,
you had to change to a
I
public
have to change
school.
for public school,
Ah, okay.
and I make my first high school
Mm-hmm.
and the public. What is I was fear because a lot
Mm.
of things say the people say what is going on there, and people didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't experience that. I was shy person, so
Yeah.
going again in new school, and now it's a public school. What
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but in the end I really really like it, and I make even more friends in that school. I was
Mm.
so happy. We become a small group of 5 girls, and it was amazing. I
That's
really like
good.
it.
That's
Yes,
good. And
yes.
with then your high school, is that the only high school you went to until you finish?
Hi, please.
Hi. Oh,
Can you use that?
taking a video.
We will make a
It's
video. Thank you.
okay. Yeah. So now with your high school, was that your high school that you went to, the only high school that you went to?
No, I just make 1 year there.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I make just 1 year there, and
Yeah.
then my daddy was decided to change me and bring me another school, what is was also very nice,
Mm-hmm.
new friends
Mm-hmm.
again, and yeah. But from that school, that I mean the public school, until today, I still have my friend for that
Okay.
school. So it was really really good for me, and
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, and I guess you know, you must be very smart, you know, considering that after your studies, then you came to China. How did that come about? More especially like choosing, you know, the career that you've chosen now, or choosing the course, the degree that you know you chose to study in university.
Yeah. Um, I didn't choose to come in China. I mean, coming in China, it was just a surprise even for me.
Okay, how did it happen?
It happened because of where I was working. So I started working, and
Mm-hmm.
my I don't know how to say that in English, but we say in Spanish, primero de bachiller.
Okay.
What is like, the high school, all the school is normally 12. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
you're in South Africa, it's the same. So
Mm-hmm.
the last two, the last
Mm-hmm.
after 10, 11, and 12.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in 11,
Mm-hmm.
and I was going in one of the school what is really really good in my country.
Mm-hmm.
The name of the school is Ewaiso Ipola.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very very old
Mm-hmm.
school, have very very good how to say
Education system.
education system.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody want to go there, but you have to go through but some process. So I remember applying for that school, and the first time I felt and I was like,
No.
no, I don't want to go another school. I make also application in another school, and I
Mm-hmm.
passed. And that school, it was also good.
Okay.
I don't remember now the name, but I wanted to go in Ewa, so Ipola. I wanted to
Yeah.
go there because the way how they wear the uniform is so beautiful.
Is it a private school?
It's a private school also,
Okay. Okay.
and but I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to go there. So
Mm-hmm.
and then my I don't know, when I was feel like everything is done, they announce again the people can apply for second time because they didn't
Okay.
get enough student who was passing.
Mm-hmm.
So I was so happy, and I say I try a second time, and then the second time when I tried, I passed.
What happened? Like, what did you do differently?
I don't know. Maybe I was more. I was trust more on myself and my ability and what
Mm,
I can.
mm,
Because in the first time when I was going there, my thinking it was different.
mm.
Because to go in that school, some person was told me that you cannot go in that school before you have to have a person, you have to have a contact, and you have to have a people who can help you to go there.
Ah,
But yes, was it was my mind thinking. But
yeah.
after I felt, I realized not then maybe it's not everything have to be contact. Maybe I can
Mm,
just go. I can just pass by myself. Maybe I just can
yeah.
make that exam, and they will accept me because they know how value I am, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in the second test, I was more calm, more
Okay.
trust in myself.
Okay.
So yeah, this was amazing, and then I passed,
Mm-hmm.
and I go in the desk.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So looking at your high school now, in terms of like the subjects that you do in school, what subjects do you do?
So depending of the grade,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and the 11 and 12 degree, you have to decide which we call this rama. It's like
Okay.
which line you want to go.
Yeah.
I was in the mathematic line because
Okay.
I really love mathematics. I was like, it's things what I like to study, because for
Mm-hmm.
me it was not so much experts, and you have just to have a solution for something. It's not like
It's just like not so much effort, like it's so
it's
easy.
it's not easy, but for me
Yeah.
it's more easy than reading like a language, or even reading Spanish,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
or like a history,
Mm-hmm.
something what it was connecting to read. For me,
Okay.
I didn't like it.
Okay.
So for something what is like a chemic or mathematic, what you have to find a solution. you know, you have the formula, but you have a formula who guide you, and you only
Yeah.
have to have the result. That was for me more
Mhm.
easy to do
Mhm.
than read a book or read
Yeah.
how to say, geographic or
Mhm.
naturaleza, you know, the
Yeah.
body, how it's going, all the part
Yes,
of the
yes.
body. We have also that classes.
Mhm.
So and that's level you can, yeah, have different
So
different.
you can choose math or accounting
No,
or
it's like a free. You have a math, you have
Mhm.
literature,
Okay.
what is connecting with language, all of these things, and
Okay.
the other one is oh my god, I forget that.
For medicine, like
No,
if you want to study medicine, what would you have
if if you want to,
stream
if you want to study medicine, you
to
have to
become a
go
doctor?
for the literature.
Okay.
Literature
Okay.
is not completely literature, but it's more something what is connecting with reading.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. More theory.
yeah, more theory. And the
Okay.
other one is was electronic.
Ah,
So
okay.
it's different. It's free. That free you
Mm-hmm.
can choose. So
Okay.
it
Electronic, that's like when you want to do engineering.
engineering,
Okay.
electricity, this kind of
Uh-huh.
thing. You can go
Uh-huh.
in electronic. If you want to go and like be uh, doctor
Mm-hmm.
or how to be a periodist,
Mm-hmm.
periodismo or something like that, you can go there. And the second one, and the
Mm-hmm.
first is mathematics, calculation,
It
all of
sounds
that
like
thing.
you must only be smart the way you're explaining it.
No, it's not only math, but the math
Yeah.
is the basic of the how to say, of the Rama, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that is in my Rama. We
Mm-hmm.
have a mathematic one, mathematic two. We have a chemic and
Mm-hmm.
other small how to say, small classes.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
you did everything in Spanish?
Yes, everything in the
Okay.
Spanish. The good of my country, we are, like I explained before, we was influenced by other country like
Mm-hmm.
England and France.
Mm-hmm.
So that's make my country. So for us, when you go on the school,
Mm-hmm.
from I think high school,
Mm-hmm.
even other schools start a little bit more early.
Mm-hmm.
You start learn English and French.
Ah,
Yes,
okay. Okay.
like a basic English and
Yeah.
French. And that's time nobody can speak, but you know the verb to be, all of
Yeah.
these things. So you really
So,
have the basic for English and
uh-huh.
French.
How
Yeah.
many languages can you speak now?
Now I can speak English, Chinese, and Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand French, but I'm not really influenced and speak
Yeah.
because I didn't improve my French.
Mm-hmm.
Before, when I was going into school, I hate French, but now
What?
I don't know. For me, it was like it's not sweet language. I mean, I don't know why I
It
was
sounds
thinking like
romantic
that.
though.
It sounds, but for me, it
Like
was
je
nothing.
t'aime.
Yeah, je t'aime. For
Yeah.
me, it didn't sound like that in that time. So
Like okay, okay, I get it. Yeah. And
yeah.
Chinese, when did you learn Chinese? Because I
Oh,
hear you speak fluently, like very fluent Chinese.
yeah. I speak basic. Also. I call in. I mean, if we are in China, oof.
Mm-hmm.
To learn Chinese have different level. So
Yeah.
my level is the standard one. I can
Okay.
communicate in Chinese
Mm-hmm.
very
Mm-hmm.
well, but there are other level where I cannot, like
Mm-hmm.
according to different Korea, because Chinese is
Mm-hmm.
like that. According to the Korea, what you study, you have the hands what you have to learn. If you study politics and you make engineering, it's completely different words.
Really?
Yes.
But before you okay, we're gonna get to
Yes,
that. We're gonna get to that. Yes,
we still have time.
you still have time. I
Yeah.
want to first understand how things work in Equatorial, and then so now when you finish matric, you were still explaining that you got like an opportunity for I think to or during your high school, grade 12 and grade 11,
Mm-hmm.
then you were working. That's where how your opportunity came about. Yeah.
Yes. So in my grade 11,
Mm-hmm.
I started my first semester.
Mm-hmm.
It was going well.
Mm-hmm.
And then in my second semester, I started working.
Okay.
Yes.
So they choose you based on merit, like the results, your results. Or
Not
how
for the
do you
high
get to
school.
work?
No, it was completely different. My mom bring me.
Ah,
So
connections.
connection. My mom,
Uh-huh.
yeah, she know a people and the work what she work,
Mm-hmm.
and they was talking about some basic course,
Mm-hmm.
because in the ministry they need a people who know about protocol
Mm-hmm.
in administration.
Mm-hmm.
So the government plan to prepare people in that area.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom know one person, and she asked, "You have a daughter? Maybe she can take the course, if is that is possible." So she take my paper, all my document, everything, and she apply.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, and for that, they accept me to start the classes. But the
Mm-hmm.
problem is the class it was in the same time for my high school, yeah, for my
Mm-hmm.
grade 11.
Mm-hmm.
And it start to disturb in my class, because the school what I was, it was very a strict school.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not everybody was going there, not everybody can go. It was difficult way. So they have also a lot of regulation what you
Mm-hmm.
have to take. And yeah, but thanks Lord, I can say these classes they have also three different classes. They have in the morning, in the evening, and in the night. So I say same way, I told them that I cannot come in the morning because they put me in the morning line.
Mm-hmm.
But I told them I cannot come because I have my high school, and they accept to change me in the night classes. So it was like, I go in the high school in the morning until the evening.
Until
And
what time in the evening?
it's like from 6 in the morning, I think so, 6, 7 o'clock, until
Mm-hmm.
2 in the,
Okay.
yeah. And then
That's the time that you finish school
school
in Equatoria.
in that school, yes. Normally, all normal school is have to finish at 11 or 2 or 1, but that school specifically was finished almost at 2.
Do you know what time we're finishing?
What?
At 5.
Oh,
Yeah, but we would
wow,
have like I think the normal school would finish at 1, and then we would have like
a
study
different
time.
activity.
Yes, like no, where we're studying like from
Mm.
I think from 1 until 4, I think. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
sometimes we also have a study, but you study by yourself.
Yes, we would study by ourselves, but
Yes.
being monitored by the
Ah,
like maybe one teacher would stay behind to make sure that
we
nobody's
checked.
making a noise. Like you're all studying during that period. Yeah.
Oh, that is good. We didn't have that. I think it's good to push people to study, to take time
Mm-hmm.
to study, and
Mm-hmm.
how to study. Because to be honest, when you go home, the only thing what you want to look or think is to start studying.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's how the way how you make in your country is very good.
Yeah. And then now, then you had like evening classes.
No, we didn't have evening classes. Only some of
Mm.
the in the weekend we have like classes for computer
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
informatic. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I was going in that classes at 9. It was from, I think, from 5 to 9, and nine in the night. So I was almost at home every day at 10 o'clock. So
So every day after school, you would go to the
yes,
class.
from Monday to Friday.
And what were you learning?
We're learning about politics. We're learning about protocol. We're learning about how to organize a diplomatic event.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
this is.
And what is the aim to have, this class for, like the high school learners, like high school students? What is the main reason? Like why did they implement this like the classes to learn about politics, protocol?
Okay, it was not connecting with my school. Was
Okay.
something different. It was
Yeah.
something what is was connecting normally for people who working already,
Mm, mm-hmm.
and let's say Minister of Asuntos Exteriores, like
Yeah.
exteriors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Or in the government.
in the government.
Yeah.
Was this courses? It was for people who already working to get experience to prepare people in that area. So I was going there
Mm,
because of the person who was my mom, and helped me to go in, and we
mm,
give them my document, and they accept they accept me.
Where was your mom working, or where does she work?
My mom working in the palace of the president. She study, how to say that in English, um, like
Okay.
hostelry, and yeah, she working when, example, they have any event in the president, right, in the president palace. They are the people who organize the food, make all everything. Then the people is coming, they serve them.
Okay.
Like it's like hosteleria, we say this in English. It's the same people like when you go in the hotel, the people,
Hospitality.
hospitality.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
this is what she
Okay.
she
So she
worked.
works for the president.
Yeah, she worked for the president long
Oh,
time ago. Yeah,
okay.
she's been
Okay.
there a really long time ago.
Yeah.
So because of that, I start that classes. But because it was nothing to do with my school, as yeah, it was not connected. So I have my school, and I also have also
And
that
how did you
classes.
manage? Like, I mean, finishing at 9, that's like very late.
Yes, very, very, very late. I even don't know how. I just was going in these classes and make what I can, learn what I can. And yeah, that is was. So continue. After that, we finished that classes. I think it was in 6 months.
Okay.
It was 6 months. And after we finished, the government decide to choose the people who have a more high notes, because they want to have a very people who was really learn or preparing for that class. But thanks for Lord, I was one of the first.
Highest performer.
Yes.
So you were the first, like at the top performer.
The top, yeah.
Okay.
I get 98%. And I didn't get the 100. Teachers say because I was missing some classes. So the assistant was also a kind. So this is why they didn't put me 100 and they put me 98%. And I said, it's okay, because I was in the end don't care, to be honest. I say, okay, I finished the class, give me certification, finish, right? It's done. I continue with my school, what is important. Because during that period, my classes, normal class for the high school, it was not going well. I was my note in mathematics, it was going down, and my note in chemistry was also going down. And these two was my favorite classes, so I was not so happy on that side. But it's like nobody know, yeah, nobody know, yeah. So that I try my best. So we make the ceremony. They gave us a certification. Everything it was going well, and the people was people who work already. They was waiting. Then they called them to work in that area, right? Because I remember during the class, you have so many people who was working already in the government, and they was so happy, proud of themselves. Then they would choose them because they have a contact, and now they pass, blah 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 blah, all of these things. But after first ceremony, something is happening. I don't know what is happening because I didn't know much people, and even people for the government in that time. But the government decide to make some oral exam. You know what is oral exam? It's like I call you to show me what you learn without not,
For you to
just doing,
present.
just doing what you learn, right? Example, if we learn about the protocol and they told you in this specific event how you can prepare the place, or how you can take the president who is coming with one delegation and you have to see them together, and how you will do that, right? And the exam was surprised, and nobody's know they will do that. And it's for me more. I remember I was in my school in the morning, and that's time my mom called me, but we was not allowed to take the phone and the classes. So I make my phone off. I just remember the in the class they called me, then your mom is outside waiting for you. But even they didn't let her go in. They told her she have to wait until I finish my classes. If it's not emergency, I cannot go out before the classes finish. So I didn't know she's there. So when I go out with my friend, like the class is finished, okay, let's work together at home. And I saw my mom and I said, huh, I never see my mom in any of my class. What's she doing here? And she said, I call you. They call you to make the exam because I put my mom number everywhere, right? And all the process, my mom number was there. What? I don't know why, but it was for me like that. And they called me, you have to go now in that place because they have to make you exam. And today is your day. So we called a taxi. We was running there. I
After
remember,
your exam, then you jumping into another one.
yeah, they jump in another
Mm.
one, but they didn't say nothing for that. They didn't say they will do that. They didn't say why they
Yes.
do that. They just call, hey, are you Miss Christina?
Mm-hmm.
You have to come now because we want to make exam. If you want to work, you
Mm-hmm.
want to get the position of that, you have to come now because we want to make you that exam, and you
Yeah.
have to go there. So yeah, I've been there with my mom with my
Uniform.
uniform. And
Yeah.
I remember when it was going through, everybody was looking like, what is student doing here? Because I have a short hair and my
Yeah.
uniform, and I was looking very small because I was so small,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody was looking to me. And then I was going in that sala. It's like here rooms.
Yes.
My mom don't allow to go inside,
Mm-hmm.
just me, and it was just four people. I think three men and one girl,
Yeah.
and they was
That
talking.
is what that was you. You were the only girl.
Yeah, no, no,
Okay.
no, me. I was the who was going to make the exam.
Ah,
I
you
mean
mean the
the
moderators.
moderator.
Ah,
Yeah, it was
yes.
three men and one girl.
Yeah.
And I was so scared because I didn't know what they would ask. I didn't know what is happening.
Yeah.
So I go in through, and they ask me, "Ah, you are Christina, blah 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 blah."
Mm-hmm.
I say yes. Oh, you come a little bit late. What is happening? I say I was in school. They say, "Huh? Are you a student?" I say yes, I'm a student. Ah, yeah, but you get the most higher degree. Now we want to see what you know. And I was like, okay.
Oh. Yeah.
It was so hard. And they start to ask me a question.
Mm-hmm.
And the first question, I was just like, just thinking. And they say, ah, you get so long time. Maybe you don't know. You should go back home. I said, no, 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 I know. I just start thinking, okay, we give you just four questions more. If you don't answer the question, and then you have to go home.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, okay. And then they start the second one, and then I do the second, I do the first, and the four. It was everything okay, but I didn't do the first because they didn't let me, because they said the time is already done. Yeah, in the first question, and last time I was just in the shock. So I make the other four question, and then they say, okay, we will let you know. You can go home. Okay, I go home, and I was nervous. I was nervous because of the first question, what I didn't pass. It's like when you
Yeah.
have something in the mind, when you think, oh, why I didn't do this, but I know it, I know that, but why you didn't do, why you?
Yes.
But I realized, and I was just in the shock, in the first time, in the
Mm.
first question. So after that, I remember it's past in 2 weeks, and
Mm-hmm.
then they call me. They called my mom. Yeah, you are Mrs. Blah 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 again. See, yes,
Mm-hmm.
we call you to start working on Monday in that place. My mommy was so happy. I said, "Huh, to start working?
But
How?"
how?
I,
If you're still at school.
yeah, but they didn't know if I go into the school or not. They
Uh-huh.
only was like with the class what we do of the preparation, and
Yes,
they
yes,
need
yes,
people
yes.
who working in that play.
Yeah.
So my mommy was so happy, but the point I was
Mm.
not happy, and I didn't care at all. And it was so dramatic at home because
Why?
my mom wanted me to work, but I didn't want to
Because you're still at school.
because I was still in school. That was
Yeah.
my point, and I didn't understand what is really going to work, what I have to do there. Yeah, because
Yes.
all my life I was only studying. I mean, I make some works in the vacation time,
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
working in the salon or these kind of
Mm.
things.
Mm-hmm.
But going working in the ministry or wherever, I was like, what I have to do there?
It sounds
And
like a big
yes,
responsibility.
big responsibility, and I was
Yeah.
not have that image in my mind as
Mm-hmm.
well. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for me was not existing. Like people go work, go to do what I don't know. I only know I have to go into school, I have to study. This is what I
Yeah.
know. And it was difficult for me and my family. Like I say, I didn't want, my mom want me to go.
Yeah.
First day I go, I miss my class, I go there, and it was like people, they was very welcome. They say, I
Mm.
know you are new here, and the first 2 months we will show you how to work. They show me all the department, they show me all the boss. This is the newcomer, she's a new, and she make the class, she passed, see this why she's here, and she will learn with us. Everything, it was really perfect. But when I went to home, I think I go there 3 days more, and I realized that I'm missing my class. And I say, Mom, it's not matching because they want me to go from 8 to 5. And I have
So your
my
mom
class.
wanted you to quit high school
Yeah,
and go work.
yeah. My mom want me to start working because, like, I don't know if I mentioned that we was going through for a different
Okay.
situation.
So it made sense that somebody brings in an income at home. Yeah.
Yes, because
Mhm.
my daddy was our provider, principal provider.
Mm.
My mom was working, yeah,
Mm.
but the principal provider, because we are patriarchal, it was my dad. My dad
Mm.
working in the petroleum company
Mhm.
long
Mhm.
time ago, and he was working there also for many years. So
Okay.
this give us like really a stability. But when he
Mhm.
start work, he start sick, and he been sick, and that's time more than 7 years, and it was really
Mm.
difficult,
That's a
really,
long time. Yeah.
really long time.
Mm.
And it was, yeah, 7 years with my dad out working, and we only have the salary of my mom, but it was not enough.
Mm.
And yeah, it's been us
So she thought it would be great
difficult.
for you to work. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why my mom want me to work and start
Mm.
somehow helping her.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
didn't mention, but we are 8 brother and sister.
So you've got
Yeah.
7 siblings.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Like,
that's a lot, but normal for
yeah,
African
normal for
families.
African.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so now, what did you end up doing? Did you end up going back to school full time, or you had to do part-time work and then full-time school?
So I have to change the school. I was so sad to leave my school because I went in the office for my boss, and I asked
Mm-hmm.
him to make some special for me because
Mm-hmm.
I was going in the school, and in the workplace it was
Mm-hmm.
we have like a calendar.
Mm-hmm.
The day when you have more work or more to do,
Mm-hmm.
I was working with the president minister,
Mm-hmm.
and I was working with the president. So
Mm-hmm.
the more important day, it was the day when I have to be in the with the president as a secretary for him. So the rest of the day we make like a normal work, like a secretary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I was say the day when I have to be with the president, I have to be here, and I will be here on the time every time. But
Mm-hmm.
the rest of the day when I have to just work as a secretary, I can come a little bit late
After school.
after school. And
Mm-hmm.
my boss say no. I remember what he said to me. He say, I'm not your boyfriend, I'm not your friend, and I'm not your father. So why I have to give you that privilege. So you have to decide if you want to work or
What?
you want to study, because both things is not possible. This boy he told me.
Mm.
I just remember going out in this room just crying because I didn't know really what to do. I didn't want to leave my school, and I cannot tell you why, because I just was feeling like I have to finish my grade.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Mm-hmm.
to finish my school, because if I don't, I feel like fracasado, like you give up. Yeah, and I didn't want
Mm.
to.
Yeah.
So it was really hard. So, and the other option, what the other people was recommend me just to change the school. Yeah, because that school was so stricted, and my
Mm.
boss, it was so stricted.
Yeah.
So I have to decide. I decided to change the school. I go another public school, where
Mm-hmm.
it was really welcome. The director, I explained him what I work, and he was like, "We are happy to have you here," and it was like, "Okay, that is good." And he even told me they can be very flexible, because in the place where I was working, I was traveling a lot. Also,
Mm-hmm.
when I started working, I remember after 3 or 4 months I finished my testing time, and they accept me to work officially. Yeah, and they give me like a certificate of working like a functionary. You know what is functionary? Like
Like
a
your job.
public official.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You know, the government give a certificate. I don't know if it's
That you're an official.
Yes.
Government official.
Yeah, they gave me an A after 8 months, and I get that. And it was like people ask me, "What do you do?" The people wait that for longer and years, and you just come make a practice, and now you
like you already an official.
Yes, I'm already an official.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very, very, very good.
So, but how did the times? I mean, yes, you're in public school, but you still have the full-time job.
Yes.
How did you manage the times?
I and that's time sometime missing the classes and missing the job. I was like, I decide today I have going to school and I don't go into work, and tomorrow I go into work but I don't go into school.
How did you manage to pass?
I didn't, because I have to leave the school in that time. It was so difficult for the school, and even school start calling me to ask me if something is happening, because I didn't explain them.
This is not the public school.
It's not a public school. So they asked me what is going on, because I miss a lot of classes, and the work, they also ask me, do you really want to work here, or you make something job? So I have to change the school in the middle of the classes. And the middle of the second semester, I changed the school. I leave my school to go in the public school. And then they accept me. They accept my classes, everything what I did in the first in the primary school. They just continue to finish the 11th grade, because I didn't want to miss that. So in that time I was more relaxed. I was not need to go every time in the school every day, but I only have to go in the exam time, in the test time.
But how did you manage to pass, like not going
Study
to classes?
in the work, when I sit in as a secretary and I don't have so much to do, just read my paper. I was always with my paper, and my work friends, people who I work together, they would always ask me, you always bring here your paper from the school. And I said, I'm a student. I'm still student in the end. I didn't finish my grade, so I continue. They know, all of them know that, because they always saw me with my paper at work.
And I'm like asking myself, having gone through this situation where you're now sacrificing having to have like full-time studies, having to work so that you can support your family. At home, are you like firstborn, secondborn? What number are you from the 8?
And with my mom's side, in Africa we have mom and dad kids, and my mom's side, I'm in the second born.
Okay.
Because my mom had a first kid when she was very young. I mean, he's just 3 years old more than me. And that's time she go in another city. She going to the capital. She also was living first in the village.
Okay.
And when she has the firstborn, she mom sent her in the capital with the uncle. And there she know my dad in the marriage. And I born in the marriage, like a first daughter in the marriage. That's what I'm the first and also second. But in general, my family take me as a firstborn.
Okay.
First girl.
So also, now, hence that's responsibility.
It's a lot.
Yeah. And how did you manage to pass matric well, that you then also get this opportunity to come now study in China?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go there. So after I finished the 11 grade, I make also 12 in the same school. And yeah, everything, it was really good. I passed, thanks Lord. And in the 12, I remember the government decides to change the teacher who is in private school to send them in public school, and send the teacher from public school to send them in private school. And that time I get my beautiful teacher from Kimik. I really like that man. His name was Jacinto. He's died already some years ago. When I'm here in China, and I really like him, and I was even more motivated to have him. He said, I remember your face. I said, yes, we was in Guizhou. He asked me, what are you doing here? I spent him, the thing for the life. But I really like this teacher in my other school, but I was so happy to have him again in my public school.
Yeah.
This also will also give me really, really very happiness. So when I finished, and I was focused full time, because I didn't have really middle time when you say, I will think what I want to do. I didn't do.
Mm. Mm.
At least I was going finish my second 12 working. I was thinking what I will do. Maybe just going in our university, because we have in that time only one university in my country. Now we have two, I think so.
Okay.
And I was say, okay, go in there, study something what I don't know, but let's see. And yeah, just continue work. Yeah, because the work is give me money, the work it give me experience, all of these things. And yeah, that is was my thing at that time. But it happened something. And the work, I have a lot of opportunity to travel everywhere. My first travel was in Israel.
So you travel to different countries?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Yes, and then they sent me in Israel like my first test also with some delegation from my country. I was going with them alone without not knowing English. We are traveled before outside to the country.
What?
And I had my responsibility around 15, 50 people, and they was coming from the church. You know, the government sometimes make things for the people. Example, can send delegation from the church and other country to experience, because you have connection relationship.
Yeah.
They try to make relationship. So they say you are the protocol who go with them. You have like responsibility for all the travel, booking all everything, and make them the guide, the place where they have to visit. You have organized everything. So I was like, okay, how I do and how will be. And it was like uh, the point where I asked myself what I'm good for, really, what I can do. So I remember going there in Israel. We have in Addis Ababa, and we went in Ankara and sorry, and in Israel, the capital, and then after that we go in the small and the small place. It's just Jerusalem, exactly there. We've been there around 2 weeks. So after we go in there, and in the airport, it's happened something. Then the girls, some of the women, what I bring, they take other passport, and the other girls, because some of it was very old. They was also first time with the travel, and other girls, they have like they bring some cream what is was not allowed to travel with, or something like what they have in there what is not allowed. And it was complicated because they didn't want to leave their own cream. You know, grandmother, you tell her, "I, mom, please, you cannot pass with this." She said, "Why? It's my cream, it's my thing. I don't go anywhere without this." You know, African.
Like when you're passing border control, and
Yes.
then you don't, I mean, you've got like more than 50
Yes.
milligram or milliliters of like your cosmetics. Yeah.
Yes, but the point is like also the products what is inside to the cream maybe was not allowed in that country. And that's time I have to speak English, but I didn't know how.
But could you understand
I
English
could
at least?
understand,
Okay,
yeah, but
okay.
I could not speak. But I got a luck, and I have one person who was also a little bit English, and we was like try
Oh
to
my
make our
gosh,
best.
yeah.
But this was like the first time that I was going out. So going that, I was start thinking for myself for really what I want. Why I'm not good in English? If I will be good in English, this will be more easy for me. So I start to ask myself. So going back, in my last year of the second 12 classes, I was also start have this in my mind. So what I want to do. So when is this happen? My first travel, and then other travel what is coming. I was just have like in my mind like I will just go in the university, like I say, study something and finish. But it's happened something. I have a old woman who was working already long time in that place, and I always talking with her. I asked her because she showed me how to write document, how to make official document. And then when I was more talking with her, more I start to discover a lot of things in that place. So most of the thing what is happening, and she always was told me, I'm already like 20 years here.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, growing here, go make, I saw people who come and go. I saw people who just come yesterday and they be a director and this kind of thing. And then I start to ask why, but you have so many experience, why you never why they never change your position, example. And say, yeah, you know, you have to have a contact, no, you have to blah blah blah. And this start also going in my mind, and I start asking myself, what is my contact? My mom is not a minister, my dad is nothing to do with the politics.
They're not
He even,
influential
they're
in
not
the politics.
influencer. So if I will continue here, I will be like her. I will be 20 years sitting in the same place. Is this what I really want? You know,
Oh
this
my
kind of
gosh,
question. Yeah, this kind of question start coming in my mind. But in that time, I didn't know I would go in China. I didn't know I would go outside to the country because I know it was not in my possibility. Yeah, but I was just asking if this would is really want to do, if I want to be in the same place, and I always answer no. I cannot see me to be in the same place. I cannot see me to be to do the same things every time. So this is what is bring me in China.
Yeah.
Yes. And also of the other things, what as a woman, as African, we're going through in our work position. Yeah. So maybe this I can talk another time. I even think to even write a book about that. What I
we can
experience.
briefly touch on it.
Okay, I will say as person who come and you mean family and you don't have a contact and you don't have a person who can support even defending you. And it's some situation what is happen what is really not easy. Like I say, according today is really like
Okay.
like according to acoso, I don't know how to say it in English. Acoso is like when you have example, you work somewhere or you make something somewhere and you have a people who want to have something with you, but you don't like make. I don't know how to say that in English.
Like they would take an advantage of you, like
want to take advantage. You know, the women and we suffer that in the workplace.
Yeah.
There's
Like
nothing.
they would maybe sexually harass you.
Yes. Or give you a pressure if you don't want. Example, if someone is your boss and want something with you, and you say no, this is influence and impact your work and even call you growing in that company.
So they can block you
They
from
can block
growing.
you. Yeah.
What was happening?
I'm so sorry, but it's nothing what I can say now. I cannot talking about this now in that in the moment what I am. But I
hope
hope
you
in
come
the
back
future.
to talk about it.
Yes, I hope in the future I will, like I say, because people even told me write a book about that, but no, I don't. It's not so interest. But the one person told me is interest, and I
mean,
have
but
to.
your the experience that you went through could help somebody to you know to avoid it from happening to them, you know, if you speak about them. But then if you don't talk about them, then it could affect somebody else. You know, they could go through the same thing. However, they wouldn't know how to avoid, you know, going through the same experience, because then they don't know that they are the only ones that are going through this as well. But then if you then voice out your experience, then it could really help somebody out there. Yeah. I'm not saying that you should talk about it now. I'm just saying that somewhere, somehow, you need to, your story could help someone.
Yeah, I think the same. It's only like is influence or involving a lot of people. What I cannot say.
You don't want people to be affected in terms of like lose their job or what?
It's not even lose the job. It's a people who have influence and they are involved in that. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the only thing what I can say, I love my job.
Mm-hmm.
I love what I do. I learn
Mm-hmm.
a lot. My
Mm-hmm.
boss, he make me learn in different way, but
Mm-hmm.
I learn with him
Mm-hmm.
because he was very hard, really really hard. But he was also good teaching. Not
Mm-hmm.
like if you do something wrong, he say you do this blah 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 wrong,
Mm-hmm.
and you are not good enough blah blah blah. But you
Mm-hmm.
learn the next time you
Mm-hmm.
should not do that. You
Mm.
know?
It seems like you went through like a negative work
Yes,
culture experience.
yes.
Okay,
But
that's.
also make you learn how is the
Mm-hmm.
life in the end.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, for all the things what is happening me, I was emotionally really really tired,
Mm.
and I was feeling that I cannot anymore. This was
Mm.
my top to decide to go another place, just go out for this,
Mm.
and just go, yeah, just go out.
So, how did you find out about China then?
Okay, China is coming about, yeah, I can say when I start working in the president, I
Mm-hmm.
start have a lot of influence. I start
Mm-hmm.
know people in the government what I didn't know before,
Mm-hmm.
and make influence and make know people is open a lot of door, like I say before.
Yeah.
So that's make me, yeah, I know one person who I'm very thankful for that. He
Mm-hmm.
somehow saw the situation what I was living, what I was going
Mm-hmm.
through,
Mm-hmm.
and he asked me why you don't decide just to continue study somewhere. And I say it
Mm.
will be good, but it's never come in my mind because I never had that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Like in my country, China, in my country, we have very good relationship,
Mm-hmm.
really good.
Mm-hmm.
And China give a lot of scholarship for to my
Mm.
country.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is, not everybody can get the scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
It's a public announce. I mean, they make they announce like we have a scholarship. Everyone who won, bring the paper and apply and make the exam. But
Mm-hmm.
the point in the time when we decide who is going or who is not, it's not because you passed the exam
Mm.
or something like that. Maybe you have a luck. I know people who have a luck and they really like. I also go in that school, right?
Mm-hmm.
People who have a luck and they pass and they really choose them, and the other one pass but they don't choose them. I even have one of my friend from the school who also I
Mm.
was applied with me. He was the more intelligent in my class, one of the one, and I know he passed because he was also very confident, but they didn't never call him, and he was so sad
Mm.
because he also like no contact, nothing, nothing, nothing. So because of the contact, and he gave me the opportunity to go out, and he say I know person, I know. I say okay, but how I do that I don't know, because like I say it was not in my mind to go out to the country because my parent cannot pay me that. My parent cannot
Mm.
help me to find a scholarship, and the scholarship is not for everyone. You can apply, but
Mm-hmm.
it's just a miracle if they choose you who
Mm.
come in the humilde family, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he helped me. He said, bring me all your documents. If you have the degree, you finish, you have everything really. You have everything what you need, like the high school,
Mm-hmm.
and the most important document is just to have high school.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a high school, it's the most important. The rest is just a normal passport, picture. Your family have to show that they have somehow money in the bank, but that you can do because you can go in the bank and ask them to do that, and they can do.
What?
Like it might
Ask them to
to
like
make the document.
to lie or.
It's somehow like lie. Yes, the people do that for travel because to be honest, in Africa, nobody, if we have in the bank
Mm-hmm.
10,000 million, for what?
Mm. Mm.
For what you are, I mean, how much you get for month to have
Mm.
10,000 million? But
Mm.
all of the country ask this, then you have to have this in the bank.
But as a student,
As a student, and your family, your parents or family have to have this in the bank. So
I mean, they're
China,
giving you a scholarship. I'm trying to understand what would be the reason, for asking that proof of bank statement if you are going as a student and sponsored by the government.
I think it just to be sure that when something is happening,
Mm-hmm.
they can cover that. They can help you because you can have accident. Example,
Mm-hmm.
how you will do that? the government can help you. Like what
Mm-hmm.
we have in China is the
Mm-hmm.
government is helping a lot. But the other point, when something is really dangerous happen, like you died somewhere and they have to take you, but your family have to have
Okay. Okay.
to cover this kind of
Mm-hmm.
things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they asked for this kind of document, and I
Mm-hmm.
think like very simple document, to be honest. And yeah, I give him all my document. And I remember after give him, I was traveling 1 week another city. I maybe was in New York and that time, and we've been in New York like 2 weeks. We plan to
New
be,
York.
yeah,
Okay.
we plan to be 1 week, but we've been there 2 weeks. So when
Yeah.
I come back, they call me. It was some person who working in Chinese embassy.
Mm-hmm.
He called me. We have your document. You have to come to make the exam. And because he also told me, I bring your document, but you have to pass the exam. Because in the Chinese embassy, they have to agree. And if they have to agree, you have to make the exam and pass the exam.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do what I can, but you also
Mm-hmm.
have to do what you can.
Mm-hmm.
So they called me and they say, in that day, you have the exam, blah, 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 blah. And I was prepared. I didn't know. I remember studying what I have to study is the history of China. What I know
Mm-hmm.
for China, I didn't know nothing at all for China. And I remember that man, that person, give me, I didn't mention that, give me free option. He gave me China, Russia, and oh my God, Morocco.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been in Morocco and I didn't like it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I didn't like Morocco and Russia. I was thinking it's too cold. Yeah, everybody who think in Russia, they think like everything is cold. What
Yeah.
I discovered here, now everywhere in Russia is cold, right? They also have a nice place where you can enjoy.
Mm.
So, and he said, but I recommend you to go in China because China give full scholarship and the
Mm.
government really help a lot, and they will pay you every month at the right time, no change. But when you go to Morocco, sometimes don't pay. It's so difficult. The government don't pay the student.
Mm-hmm.
You have to wait for our government who sometimes paying late.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a family who don't have money to help you, you will really go in and difficult when you go to Morocco.
Mm.
And I say, okay, and then I go China. What else? Is they help me to pay me, and everything is more relaxing there and more secure there. Then I
Mm-hmm.
go. So I go in the embassy. It was like 100 and more. I think so. Going for the exam. We make the exam, and I study all the thing for China, but they didn't ask me nothing for that. I even try to practice how to make a ni hao and pronounce ni hao because I was thinking they will
Yeah.
ask something in Chinese and you have to know minimum ni hao.
Mm.
I remember with all of the friends what is also would participate in the exam.
Mm-hmm.
They was like, what we should read, what we should study, sorry. And we say we have to study how to say ni hao and how to say how are you and it's in Chinese because maybe they start with this. So this minimum you have to know because when you don't know nothing and then they say no, we learn how to say ni hao in pinyin, like in pronunciation, not
Mm-hmm.
in writing. And they didn't ask nothing for that. They think what they asked it was the relationship with China and my country, the event what is happening in my country, example. But I don't know why, or I don't know. It was something what you have to know, right? Something what we daily read in the news, example, or in the
Mm-hmm.
TV.
Mm-hmm.
So something I just remember and then I write it. It was like I study all the time Chinese and all of this. They even didn't ask me this, you know. But I passed the exam.
That's
Thanks
great.
Lord.
Yeah.
Yes, I passed the exam and the process is starting. But
Mm.
it was so many people who didn't pass, like I told you,
Mm.
so many people who didn't get the scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
And that time we was like a 48 people who was definitely go in the airline to come in China.
When you came, 48.
Yes,
Ah,
48.
okay.
I
And
I,
so
I
now we
read this.
arrive in China.
Yes.
What was your impression?
Oh, I want to go back first to explain how was the day how I was coming in China. The
Yeah,
day
yes.
exactly. I remember it was so funny and
Mm-hmm.
so scary at the same time. When I started the process, I didn't say nothing in my office. I didn't say
Mm-hmm.
nothing because I was fearing because the person told me if you say something, they can block you because you are already a
Mm.
government official, so you cannot move without permission from them. But I didn't have so many good relationship with my boss in that time. Then I was fearing, because he told me, your boss have so much power. Then when he say to the embassy of China, then how you want to take my employee to China without inform or something like that, they can cancel your scholarship.
Yes.
So
yes.
I have to do a new passport as normal person, because at that time I have official passport. Yeah, I have to make the new passport as a normal person, and I was applying as a normal a student person. So, and I remember 1 week before I go, I asked my boss, how it will be one person want to go in outside and study something. What is the process? What they have to do? He was just like, and he said, if someone want to go study or make something, it's okay, but he have to make responsibility by him on. But someone who's working in the president, he just cannot disappear and go another country, because they can take him like a spy, you know they can take him like a spy, and this is with influence his family here. I was like, oh, okay. Like, okay. And I like, why is this? I was just thinking like
Thinking of
like
your
that.
situation.
And then I was so nervous. And I would go in,
Yeah.
and I didn't say nothing. Now they would take me like a spy. What I should do now? And I was going to talk with this old woman who was dancing, and I explained her, this, I make the process, they take me, I will go soon. And your boss, my boss told me this. So what I had to do, you have experience, told me. And she said, you have to write a document and ask the permission, the format, legal format, and explain why you want to do this. But you have to write this down and give this for your boss, and he has to sign. And I said, okay, I have days. And she said, but I recommend you to spend more time. I mean, you're too young. Why do you want to go? I just said, I cannot anymore. I just want to go out and I get the opportunity to never know.
Yeah.
But she was like, I mean, you can continue have your family, and yeah, don't go and so on. Take more time, you can go. But I said, no, I cannot anymore. So I write a document, and the next day, but my boy didn't come in the office. He was just in the president app, and he didn't come. Waiting until the last day. I didn't saw him. I was always come, and he said, I bring this later, bring this later, bring this later. And in the last day, I was working with the president at all. I have my document. When he come, I will show, because when he come with the president together, when he come with the president together, I can show him and give him my paper, and he have to sign this there, because I have to leave. And that time I have to leave around 4, I think so. And
you had the flight tickets already.
I have a flight ticket and the time, everything. I say, my mom,
Yes.
bring my luggage in the airport, because I will just from here going.
This is you changing, like you are moving abroad, not just taking a plane to like one point to another and then you
Yeah.
are back. No,
No,
moving.
yes. And I gave him the paper. He read. He said, bring this in my office. But I said, I'm here on top. He said, tomorrow bring it, and you can bring this down. I cannot. I called one of my friend from the work. I said, please come to take this paper for me and bring him in the office. He had to read it, but she didn't know even what is. She asked me, what is the paper? I said, I will explain you later, please. Just help me with this. She came and take the paper and bring this the first document what my boss, when he go in the office, he have to sign and read, because we give him the carpeta with the document what they print today, whatever is. And he go up and make all the other document, but not mine. And I was like, okay, I give up. This what it was in my mind. I give up. If he wants to sign, he sign. If it's not, I just have to leave today. And I go in. I take the flight
without him.
Without him sign.
But what that document, was it your resignation also?
No, it was a permission. Then I come to study in China for 5 years, because that's why my bachelor. I come to study in China for 5 years, and I make this as a personal, just to continue growing in my study. That's what I write. Like I ask a permission, because this girl say we have that opportunity. So the government accept that when you want to learn, you can ask a permission for many few years, study and coming back. It's not illegal.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is the point. What is bring me in China? Yeah.
And how has your experience been? Like, I mean, you came to China, in university. I heard that you have to learn in Chinese. How does it
Yes.
work?
Yes. According to the scholarship, what
Mm-hmm.
is coming in my country, China gave a scholarship in different country,
Mm-hmm.
and the other country who speak like English,
Mm-hmm.
what you have opportunity to study an English career in China,
Okay.
but that is so limited.
Mm-hmm.
All other country what is not English speaker,
Mm-hmm.
you or other people who want to study other thing, you can study in Chinese.
Okay.
So when we apply,
Mm-hmm.
you also have this in the application.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was thinking, I come in China, why I have to learn take English career? So if I come in China, it will be better to just make the career in Chinese because they are Chinese speaker, they are not English speaker.
Yeah.
So this is
Yeah.
what my mind thinking when I applied. So this is why I choose to study in Chinese. But I didn't know Chinese, nothing. I didn't know nothing in Chinese. So, but the scholarship it was explaining that they cover first year and
Mm-hmm.
studying Chinese, but you have to pass the HSK exam, because when you don't pass the HSK exam, you will lose the scholarship because
So
you
you
are,
have to learn the characters.
yes, because to be in university you have to have a minimum basic Chinese. Without this, you cannot go in university.
What?
Yes,
Yeah, and how was it? Like you learning the characters, was it challenging or
so much.
yeah, I can just imagine. And now, okay, you passed obviously, and then now you had to do your bachelor. How was that like having to do your bachelor using the characters?
Yeah, the more difficult years is there was the Chinese years.
Okay.
It was the
Okay.
most difficult because when you don't know
Mm-hmm.
nothing, and I remember in my class we
Mm-hmm.
had the people who was study already Chinese. I don't know why they mix us together. The people who know already, they know already almost everything. Let's say not like
Mm-hmm.
HSK 4 or 5, what is the
Mm-hmm.
grade very very top, but they
Mm-hmm.
know HSK 2 or 3, and they put us with the people who are zero together. So can you
Mm-hmm.
imagine when the teacher asks something, you understand? They say yes, we understand, and she just continue. So it was so difficult. I cry a lot of time because I didn't know how
Mm-hmm.
to. But in the end of the time, I will become I get a certificate of one of the best student in the class also. Even for the
Yeah.
people who was knowing already Chinese, they didn't, because as the teacher explained, the point it was not already Chinese. The
Mm-hmm.
point is how you growing. So when
Mm-hmm.
you're already here, you have to continue. But when you're
Mm-hmm.
here and you go like that, it's showing that you not learn that much. But
Mm.
when you are here and you go like that, it's showing that you really learn something. That's why they give
Yeah,
me
true,
the
true.
certificate for
Yeah.
one of the best
Top
students.
performers.
Yes,
Yeah, best student. And now having to study your bachelor,
bachelor.
you studied bachelor in?
Yes, I studied bachelor in the same university. I
Mm-hmm.
have normally other university, but because of the
Mm-hmm.
COVID time, that
Mm-hmm.
university they say they don't want to take any student, so
Mm-hmm.
they block.
Mm-hmm.
And my university told me, okay, you pass, we can take you, you can study here, but you
Mm-hmm.
have to study something different.
Mm-hmm.
Because my first application when I come here, it was to study diplomacy.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
I apply in diplomacy university and I
Mm-hmm.
get that. But because of the COVID, they say we don't want a student. You can learn online, something like that, but you have to go back to the country.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to go back to see again what I live, and yeah, it was like no. And thanks, Lord, my university told me you can study here, but it's international relationship. It's something
Okay.
same.
Yeah.
And later, I recognized the international relationship is covered everything. It's even more bigger
Mm-hmm.
than diplomacy.
Mm-hmm.
And I started studying there. The first year it was so complicated. Also, I mean, study Chinese and Chinese university is not easy. It's really not
Yeah.
easy, and you only have to find your methodology, how you can pass the exam and how you can do the things, because the 1 year Chinese is never enough for study in university. It's not enough, from my point, from my experience. But of course, for the daily life, it's of course helping a lot.
It's perfect, yeah.
It's perfect.
But I mean, it's doable. You managed to pass, and yeah. Where are you now? What are you currently doing?
So now, after I graduate,
Mm-hmm.
and I was thinking to come back,
Mm-hmm.
but I was not also my option. My family want me to come. Of course, they're happy to me, but
Mm-hmm.
I went there in vacation, and the situation what I saw there was like the same. I saw example people who I was working together being in the same position, like I lived in 5 years ago, and I was asking myself, and then I was so happy because I know, oh, I can come and stay also in the same position like you. Like nothing is changing, but it's passing already
Yeah.
6 5 years,
5 years
and I finished
already.
already one career,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not bad. I mean, they have
Mm-hmm.
already many things. They
Mm-hmm.
have great salary, because
Mm-hmm.
working in the president, like, you really have a good salary. This is one of
Mm.
my struggling when I come here to live for what I was getting already
Mm-hmm.
every month to what
Mm-hmm.
I have to get here.
But did you manage to continue to support your family when you come
Yeah,
here?
yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
tried, because
Okay.
when I start working, I take over
Mm.
the responsibility for my family, for my
Mm.
brother and all my
Mm-hmm.
brother's school.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to pay them to go into school. I have to pay the food. I have to
Mm.
pay everything, because I have to have, in African, we have our family, and when you
Yeah.
are the work who is working and have money, really, you get
Mm-hmm.
money, you have to support your
You
brother. You have
always
to,
have to,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
have to. It was
Mm.
so big responsibility what I came from. So when I leave that, I even didn't mention that my family didn't want me to come. My mom and my dad said,
Really?
yeah,
Why?
because I have a work, I have a
Like you.
house, I have a money. What I want to do, why I
Mm.
want to continue working. If I
Mm.
work, if I sorry, what I want to continue study. If I study to work, and I have a work in the best position, what everybody wants to be. So what I looking for.
Mm.
And my dad say, you can study in our university. It's enough. You can study and take the class there if you want to continue study. But why you want to go in China? They really
Mm.
didn't want. And I told them, I remember to tell them, I know you don't understand. I cannot explain you what I going through
Mm.
in, but it's what I decide to do.
And how do they feel now? Now that you've graduated with a bachelor and you're doing your master's.
Now they're happy. Now my mom
Mm.
say, it's better just continue there. If you find the job, it will be perfect, because here is somehow same. Nothing is.
Mm.
Now she understand a little bit. Now
That's
she's
great,
okay,
yeah.
because I think when I came, I think God blessed me a lot,
Mm.
because when I came and I have to continue helping my brother and my sister more according for the school,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it was difficult for me. I mean, to take, let's say, for 1K a month to
Mm-hmm.
250 is big difference, and you have 6 person who have in the school and other one who is in the kindergarten, so you have to pay all of that,
Mm.
and the food and the sickness, and and I didn't know what I will do, to be honest. When I leave the job and come in China, I was just thinking that it's enough. I cannot anymore for myself mentally, and
Mm.
yeah, more mentally.
But how did you manage that? I'm thinking like with your university
Hmm.
stipend, plus accommodation. Like what do they give you? Like the government?
The government pay us the school
Mm-hmm.
for all the 5 years. You don't have
Okay.
to think about the school.
Okay. So 5 years is first year Chinese, and then
And
four
4 years
years is
Korea, yes.
okay.
And they also give us, they pay the place where we live. You
Okay.
live inside university in the campus, of course.
Okay.
And the other one is they give us 2,500 every month,
Okay.
like for
For
your
pocket
food
man.
and whatever you want to, like, live in normal.
Mm.
Yes.
That is good. That is good. And then the books they also.
Yeah, my university, we have a luck.
Mm-hmm.
It's depending on the university. I have a
Mm-hmm.
person who experience, and their university have to pay the water and light. So you have to take for this 2,500 to pay that things.
Mm.
But my university somehow, they give us even the book, but other university you have to pay your own books. But they give us a book, you don't have to pay water, you don't have to pay light, only have to pay internet.
Okay.
Yes, the internet
Okay.
you have to pay, the Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
But all of that thing I didn't have to pay all of that.
Mm.
So I was also lucky for my university.
So now from the 2,500,
Hmm.
like how much do you send home if you don't mind sharing?
I, I started a business.
Okay.
I started business. I started to buy people things in China. I have a
Mm.
really a lot of client, beautiful client who
Mm.
was working really, and
Mm.
that's it helped us somehow to survive for my
Okay.
family. It
Okay.
was a situation where some of my brother have to change the school, also going in
Mm.
public school, but yes, it was okay. It
Mm.
was really okay. This helped me until
That's
one point.
good.
Yes,
Yeah.
this helped me a lot, and yeah,
Mm. No, that's
it made
great.
me feel
That's
a little
great.
bit like I can survive with that.
Yeah. And overall, how do you find China? I mean, you speak Chinese now. Do
Mm-hmm.
you love it here?
I like China.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know it's make me know a lot of people here. It's made
Mm.
me also improve my English.
Yes. Now you
Yes.
speak English.
Yeah, but I plan to continue
Mm-hmm.
learn English,
Mm-hmm.
because the English what I speak is just with speak with the people. Yeah,
Mm.
people around me push
Mm-hmm.
me to speak English, because when I
Yeah.
came it was only two-way, Chinese or English, because
Yeah.
most of the people were speaking English or
Mm-hmm.
French. But
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't cannot communicate, and I wanted to know people again is other things,
Yeah.
but have a conversation with people I wanted to do. And my Chinese, it was not good, so I just try and start speaking even when I don't know. I remember some person told me, you can talk even when you say something wrong, we will correct you.
True.
Yeah,
True.
but
Yeah.
you have to speak, you have to talk.
Practice makes perfect.
Yes,
Yeah.
and my English is just by practice. And I plan to take some deep classes
Uh-huh.
because of
Uh-huh.
my future.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be more perfect in my English, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so
Yeah.
China.
No, we're about to conclude, and as we conclude, if somebody would like to get the same opportunity that you have, what
Hmm.
would you advise them to do? Where can they also find, like where they can apply for a scholarship to work in China?
If someone is want to
Mm-hmm.
apply it in China,
Mm-hmm.
depending where you are, you can be in your own country and
Mm-hmm.
find for Chinese embassy,
Mm-hmm.
and they will give you all the requirement.
Okay.
But I recommend people. I mean, I make one mistake. Then before I come in China, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know what I want to be or what I want to be in the future.
Okay.
I just chose the career
Mm-hmm.
diplomacy because I was working already in the diplomacy area,
Mm-hmm.
and I was thinking to improve myself, to um, get more knowledge, to be
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
able to show that I'm good enough and I know the thing, then I can
Mm-hmm.
somehow grow in, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the person, when you want to go in university and you think to go apply for university, I recommend to think first what you want to do, and
Mm.
according for that you can apply for any career. This is
Yeah.
China is really good because you can apply for everything. Any career is open
Mm.
in Chinese.
Yes, I've met people who have studied engineering, have studied like different careers basically. Yes, but
Yes,
in Chinese,
in
yeah.
Chinese. Yes.
So you must be open basically, yeah,
Yes.
open to learn a new language, which there's also an advantage that you get to learn it for a year before you actually start your
Mm-hmm.
your, your degree, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, which is an advantage. Okay,
Yes. Yes. And
yeah.
and yeah, in coming China, I also can say told the people that it's not easy,
Mm.
but I always say it's not impossible. It's
Mm.
too much work to do, but when you pass that, you will feel really good. And
Mm.
speak Chinese is also feeling good. It's feeling
That's
good
great,
because
yeah.
people when we don't understand, when we see a Chinese speaker and we ask ourselves, what did this say? What did this
Yeah.
say? And when you start going in their culture and understand them how they speak,
Mm-hmm.
you can understand how the Chinese are thinking, and this is
Mm.
give you of course, more relaxing in the mind how to deal with them.
An advantage
Yes,
also, to
yes,
be here where you hardly find somebody who speaks English. Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
And China is a big city where you can know also
Yeah.
other people from different countries. Yeah, I really
Yes.
love that. I have
Yeah.
so many friends from different places.
Look,
Russia,
we met
Germany, yeah, from
South
South
Africa.
Africa.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's so beautiful. So
Mm.
China is really, really place where you can make international friends.
Mm.
Yeah.
And how does the future look like for you?
My future, like I'm not sure to be honest,
Mm-hmm.
but what I have in my mind, what I would love to do is just contribute in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And in the way then I saw me to work in the place or in the area where I can be part of the decision why they make
Mm-hmm.
in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So I look for maybe international organization,
Mm-hmm.
because people think when you study international politics or international relationship you have to work in the embassy. But
Yeah.
no, I don't see me, I don't even think and work in the embassy. I just see me work in international organization,
Mm-hmm.
because I think they make also a lot of impact in our world,
Mm-hmm.
and it's important. This organization is really manage a lot of things like
Mm-hmm.
what we see now in the world, all of these things. So I want to be part of that, and this is my dream. This is what I want to do, and this is why I just see me in the future.
Oh, thank you so much, Christina, for coming to Career and Corporate Hub podcast. And any last words before we conclude?
Thank you first to invite me here. I'm so glad to be here and also have this experience to tell my story.
Yes.
And I hope we meet again. I can continue talking, even if I write that book in the future. Let's
Yes,
see.
yes. We'll be here to review the book. Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
see. Everything in the God hand.
Mm-hmm.
But the last thing what I want to say, or what I just repeat what I say before.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Sometimes the life is bring you in the situation what we don't understand, but we have to understand that the life is never wrong. You can
Mm-hmm.
go through a difficult situation, like when you come in China. I don't understand why it's so difficult, I should give up. Don't give up, because you don't know where the life it wants to bring you. You don't know what is the opportunity he prepared even for you, and you have to be prepared for that. So maybe sometime, it's not maybe, sometime the thing is difficult, but it's not impossible. So just keep going.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
She speaks like, yeah, like I mean, a lot of wisdom and like somebody who's very, very old.
Oh my god.
And I mean, looking at the experience that you've been through also, and I'm looking like, okay, you were in high school doing this. It's like, yeah, she's still young, yet she's experienced quite a lot of things. So thank you so much for such, wisdom.
Oh, thank you.
So
Thank
yeah,
you.
you had it, and for me, I would like to wish you all the best. I really hope that you, um, yeah, like the future. I'm sure it's bright, and in terms of what you went through, I hope that you find like, um, you know, you get an opportunity to tell your story so
Mm-hmm.
that you can help other people that may or could experience the same thing. We don't want more people to go through the same thing.
Yeah.
So when you open up, it will definitely help the culprit to be, removed from specific positions where they're using power,
Mm-hmm.
to manipulate other people. So I really hope you find it in your heart to open up sooner.
Yeah. Thank you. I also have. Let's see.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
from your side, please do not forget to subscribe, like, share this video as well. And we'll meet again next time. So bye bye. Be kind
Bye.
and gentle.
Ciao.